Now let's talk about determinants. Determinants are actually one of my favorite things in linear algebra. Only square matrices have determinants. A determinant is a single value that summarizes descriptive information about the matrix. So what you do is you take the product of the diagonal elements minus the product of the off-diagonal elements to find the determinant. And you denote a determinant using bar symbols around the matrix. So let's take a matrix A. I'll do it over here. Let's say A is a square matrix, a 2 by 2 matrix with the values of 3, 2, 1, 4. Okay, so you can say the determinant of A, which is 3, 2, 1, 4, which you denote using these bars, is equal to the diagonal elements minus the off-diagonal elements. So the diagonal elements are this 3 and 4. So you'll say equals 3 times 4 minus the product of the off-diagonal elements, 1 times 2, or 2 times 1. So we can reduce that, and we get 12 minus 2 equals 10. That was very simple with a 2 by 2 matrix. It definitely gets harder when you get to a 3 by 3 matrix or larger. There's different types of methods for obtaining determinants that we'll discuss later. But the best way is to use Excel. Excel is really the only reasonable way to create determinants for anything 4 by 4 or larger. But of course it works for anything smaller than that as well. So let's go to Excel and I'll show you how to do it. So I have Excel up and I have our A matrix, which we just did, the 2 by 2 matrix. I also have a B matrix of just random values I put in, and a D matrix also of random values that I put in. Notice they're all square matrices. Now in order to find the determinant on Excel, you use equals M D-E-T-E-R-M. Okay. Parenthesis, highlight your matrix, close your parenthesis, and then Control-Shift-Enter. And we get 10, which is the value that we got before, that you can see over here. Alright, so let's do B. B is a 5 by 5 matrix. It's quite large and it'll be very, very tedious to do it by hand. So we can simply do M-D-E-T-E-R-M, highlight the matrix, close your parenthesis, Control-Shift-Enter, and we get the determinant to be a value of 639. Now let's do it over here for a 3 by 3 matrix. And this value is 428. Notice it's much more simple, much easier, especially for anything larger than a 2 by 2 matrix. Just using Excel that way. And that is how you get determinants.